How's it going? So I'd like to go over my Evoker build before I get into any of the other setups. For characters, I'm going to be playing a Blade Master and also a Demonic Form Summoner. But for this Evoker, and I'll show some of the playstyle of it. It focuses, now this focuses just what I basically, the bare minimum I needed. And this is just to proc, when your shields run out, you press this arcane shield and it pops it back up. Blink, I am getting it from another item, but I wanted one just to get out of danger. The health funnel per second, one of the highest DPSs that you can do, and I'll explain why. But again, bare minimum just to get through, and then this is a debuff, and 1 point Brahm's Curse, because this is a way to go around the corrupted, or what is it, the this status effect that prevents the poison status effect that prevents you from healing. Now, Venom Armor max, because this is the defense layer compensation. It's really good. You keep it up all the time. You're just trying to get the time effect lasts 65 seconds. Swarm, the poison attack strength and duration. This is a really high DPS move, so we want to max that out. These guys, 1 point in them is the same damage as more points. So just to get them out there, it's extra pet damage, extra damage, spectral chance. Tempest, my favorite spell in the game. I'll always slot 10 of that. And this is coming from an item 3. I think I just needed 2 to get to Tempest. Now I've done Hellfire spec, very fun. You have to go higher AoE. And I've also done a Skull Splitter spec. I might level another one just to do more Skull Splitter. There's a lot you can do with that. The stuns are fun. Now, when I'm in the max DPS mode, you'll see 30% crit, and that's going to go up higher, but right now I'm running Luck. Dark Master, we're trying, so instead of having a huge stack of pet damage, which on some of these god rolls you can hit more pet damage or minion damage, we're going a huge crit stack with, look at that, 518 crit damage. So regardless of pet damage or minion damage or your spell damage that's going to be going onto these moves, either way, this is avoiding all that, and it's just huge damage burst. The items themselves are having, I target the crit chance, crit damage bonus. I want fire and physical for my claws, and then this has more crit damage bonus. Huge crit damage bonus on spectrals. Now, this is where all the movement speed comes from. Again, crit stack, crit damage. Everywhere I can get that. This is where a lot of my health is coming from. Huge defense layer. Babley's Ring, you can get this pretty low level. Like, look, it requires character level 23, and look at that. 3% crit chance, 19% damage. Increased fire damage, great ring. Hard Darkness, again, pretty expensive item. Same with this one, Dark Visage, but well worth it. And again, these don't have god rolls. These can all roll better. So because there's not a ton of people playing with a pool of items, it's harder to get them, but they are there. So you can always you always have something to sort of target. This is Dark Master. That can have 2% crit chance, and that crit damage bonus can go much higher. So, all right. So the playstyle for this, and I'll just go kill Urgoth. Always summon the Tempest out. Keep your Venom Armor up, and that Swarm is what I'm going to be primarily damaging them with. Always keep the Tempest up. You can see it's just the Tempest alone. It's good enough to solo those guys. But we're going to be layering in damage types on top. So that's the max damage of that. More of Lightning Field just increases radius, so the damage is always the highest for that as well. Snakes, they're always at max damage. It's just about if they last longer. I just popped Arcane Shield because my shield wore off. If you hit tab twice, you have the map overview like this. And I usually like to play the edges to try and find where the boss is. Sometimes you can scan the perimeter and see if it's anywhere near. Now, as I'm doing Tempest and the snakes, the serpents, just as I'm running around, that usually can be enough to kill everything. You don't need to go full power unless it's on a boss. Now, if you look underneath the mana bar right here, that's the DPS meter. Now, if I go Life Drain, look at how high it goes. It's gonna shoot up thousands. It goes with Life Drain. Life Drain, if you layer all your spells on top of that, and then Life Drain, you can get 11,000, 15,000. I've seen when I've really true stacked everything. And as far as the Evoker goes, I haven't seen a way to get higher DPS. And I'm sure that there are builds, and that's what's interesting if we can get more people playing. Now, it requires a CD, but this is abandonware. So what that means is those CD keys aren't really being checked by anything. So all you really need for the public to play this game is one copy of the CD, and you download those files somewhere, GitHub, and then make that CD key available, and then anybody can play that and download it and install it. There might be postings of it somewhere on BitTorrent and other abandonware, or if there's an abandonware site, something like that. I'm not sure. I ordered my copy from Amazon from Goodwill, and that was sufficient. Here's Zergoth. Alright, so Tempest, Swarm, Lightning Field, Serpents, and then a Life Drain. Okay, Tempest again, so then we'll just relayer everything. And Life Drain. Damage is going 2,000, almost 3,000 DPS there, and cast Arcane Shield as you need it. Swarm on them, Life Drain again. Mana seems to be good. If mana is not good, then just Mana Drain, because you got that there too. And on big groups, if you see a bunch of little guys, that's a good opportunity to Mana Drain. Because like right here, if there's more than one, it'll pull from both of them. Alright, oh there we go, big status effect. Alright, drain on top of that. Let's put a Swarm and then Drain. 3,000, go! Alright, we got up to 4,000 DPS right there. So that was pretty good. And I mean, it can go higher situationally. I know marksmans are supposed to be pretty good. I never play usually. I don't usually play range. This is one of the few times that I have. So the Evoker is a really fun class to play. Really fun. I mean, just you go through this game on melee and you realize how difficult it is, and there's so many status effects, and then the fact that you can just summon a cloud in the sky and it just takes care of everything for you. When you're leveling, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to play this class. Highly recommend it. And I will put a build link in the chat, or in the description. Again, Hellgate London on London 2038 servers. This is the Evoker. Thanks for joining.